Right team, what we got today's walkthrough. We are going to do, it's our lower body day today, okay? So we're going to work predominantly obviously on our legs. It's a very leg heavy session. So what we're going to do, I'm going to begin with our activation, our warm up and activation, okay? You can do 2 to 3 rounds of this, okay? I'm going to show you the movements and how many reps we're going to do, okay? So first movement we're going to do is our ankle rocks, and we've got 10 reps on each leg, okay? So what we're going to do, we're almost going to come into this lunge position here, okay? So I'm in nice right angle position. My lead leg is flat, heel is driven into the floor. All I'm going to do there is not hyperextend this hip too much, so I'm like this. My weight is going to come forwards, and I'm going to drive my knee as far forward over my toes as I can, whilst keeping my heel glued to the floor before rocking back, okay? That will count as 1 rep, okay? And all I'm going to do is ease into that stretch for 10 reps, okay? As I go on, as I continue stretching, I'll find out each set I should be able to drive my knee that little bit further forward, okay? I'm going to do 10 reps before I change legs. Important that we're not trying to do this stretch here where we're doing this and feeling it all in this hip flexor, okay? I want it to feel it in this ankle, okay? Once I've done 10, I'm going to change legs. Do exactly the same on this leg here, okay? Exactly the same, driving that knee forwards, keeping my heel glued to the floor, head and chest up, just driving forwards and backwards out of that stretch. Now, as we progress and each round, what you might want to do is sort of drive your knee off at slightly different angles. So I may this time, as I come forward, drive my knee to track over my little toe a bit more, so it stretches my ankle out in a different way. I then may come in and go over my big toe more, so I'm coming inward a bit more with it, and then I may go back straight and just alternate between those 3 positions in each repetition, okay? 10 on each leg, 2 to 3 rounds with those, okay? Once you've completed your ankle rocks, you're then going to stand up and you're going to go back into your lunge position from standing. So I'm going to take a step forward, come into my lunge, back knee on the floor. I'm then going to turn my torso over the bent leg, okay? My head and torso turns. I then come back, step back, change legs, come down, turn over this leg before I stand back up, okay? Again, head up, chest up, shoulders retracted back, turning my whole upper body over this lead leg, okay? Coming down and going again. So we're getting that stretch for our hip. We're also stretching out our spine as well, our back, with this rotation, okay? Again, 10 reps. Once you've completed your 10 reps, we will then go into our last stretch, which is a static stretch, and we're going to do our pigeon pose, okay? Now what we're going to do with this one, we're going to come, lead leg is going to come out in front of us, okay? It's going to be in this position. Now ideally, it's going to be at a nice right angle, okay? Our back leg is going to be flat, okay? As flat as we can. From there, I'm going to come onto my hands. I'm then going to gradually drop my body weight onto my forearm as I drop my head down. The leg, my lead leg, the leg that is bent, when I come into my full position, I'm going to drive that hip towards the floor. So I'm almost creating an angle, which is going to enhance the stretch further. And there, I'm going to hold this for 20 seconds. Okay, this is stretching out all our piriformis, okay? So a little muscle in our glute, important for our squat movements, okay? I'm going to hold this 20 seconds. Once you've held for 20 seconds, you will change legs. Good. And we will change legs, so exactly the same. My right leg now will come forwards, create that right angle. As my back leg straightens, I'm going to drop my weight down, okay? And now you'll see what I mean by driving this hip. So this is quite high up in the air at the moment. Now as this stretch progresses, I become looser, I'm going to drive that side more towards the floor. So it's enhancing that stretch through that glute even more, okay? When I find that position where I really feel it, again, I'm going to hold that for 20 seconds. Lovely. Once you've gone through that, guys, you've held for 20 seconds each leg. You can go back to your ankle rocks and repeat that once more through, and at least once more through, ideally 3 times. So hit pause. Once you've hit pause, go through it 3 times and press play again. We're going to our main strength component of this today's session. Okay. Lovely. Right then, guys, moving on to our main strength component of today's session. Okay, we've got a couple of options for you, what you're going to do today. We've either got an assisted pistol squat, okay, so that's a single leg squat coming down to a surface whilst driving up, okay, so very taxing on the single leg, okay. If we struggle with those, we really can't do them, we've got an alternative option, which is a tempo single leg split squat, okay, and we've got 8 reps on each leg and 4 sets, okay. So I'll demonstrate a couple of reps of each movement, okay, on both legs, and then I'll get you to hit pause, complete your 4 sets before you come on. We'll carry on to your accessory movement, okay. So first movement, okay, what it's going to be is our single leg assisted pistol squat. So I'm using a stool. You can use a dining chair, guys. If you've got a stool, that's great. If you've got a little box you can sit onto, that's great. Plates, if you've got weight plates, anything. If you've got anything you can hold on to as well, that's another option. If you've got like a leg or a bar or something you can hold on to that's attached to something to just assist you coming down into this position, okay? So what we're going to do, I'm going to be here in my squat stance, okay? What I'm going to do, guys, lift one leg, okay? As I go to squat, it's the same as our normal back squat, okay? Hips are going to come back and down towards the surface, okay? I'm up on my single leg. I'm coming down. When I hit there, I'm going to come down, rock up and drive through that leg, okay? Come back, regain my balance, come down again. As I come down, driving up through that single leg, okay? And on my other leg, exactly the same, coming down and driving up through that lead leg. One more, core tight, head and chest up, shoulders back, coming down before driving up. That's option number 1, okay? 8 on each leg you will do. Option number 2 will be our single leg split squat. So we'll be in this nice deep lunge position again. Our core's compact, heads up, chest up, shoulders back. From there, we're going to come down at a tempo. So it's a 3-second tempo. So as my back leg comes down, I'm coming down at 3, 2, 1 before driving up off that lead leg, okay? And again, 3, 2, 1, driving up through that lead leg, okay? Important with these guys, our back leg we're not trying to push up with, okay? So what all I'm doing is as I come down, on my way, I'm driving through this heel of the lead leg to drive up while squeezing that glute, okay? This leg is just here for balance. I'm coming down, driving up. Those who want to make it a little bit harder, what we're going to do is add the 3-second tempo. So 3, 2, 1. We're then going to pause just off the floor for 3, 2, 1 as well, okay? So that's an option to make that a little bit harder for yourself, okay? So you can either do just a 3-second tempo on the way down with those ones, or you want to make it more challenging, 3-second tempo on the way down, hold for 3 seconds before driving up. And again, you'll do 8 reps on each leg. After you've completed 8 reps on each leg, have a good bit of rest, guys, because they're quite fatiguing on the legs. Good bit of rest before we get into our next set, okay? You've got 4 sets, so 8 reps on each leg, 4 sets, hit pause, get those done. Once you've done those, press play again, and we'll be moving on to our accessory movements, okay? Right then team, moving on to our accessory movement for today. We've got a triplet, so it's 3 movements, okay? And what it is, it's going to equate to 12 reps of each movement altogether, okay guys? So our first movement, we're going to do 12, it's going to be 6 on each leg, okay? So what that's going to be is a reverse lunge to a single leg hip extension, okay? So what I want to see, feet are going to be in our squat stance, okay? Just stacked just underneath the shoulders. What we're going to do from there is step back into our reverse lunge, okay? Knees going to be to the floor. From there, as I come up in my lunge position, I'm going to explode through this lead leg to explode and lift my knee up. Notice how I'm also using my arms to drive that leg up as well, guys, okay? So getting that extra bit of force. You'll do 6 reps on each leg. So again, as I drive up, knee comes up, back down, back up, back down, okay? So having to excessively drive off that lead leg, okay? You've got 6 reps. Once you've done 6 reps on this leg, you will change legs, come into your reverse lunge on your right leg. Again, exactly the same, drive up. Big drive, come back down to that lunge, bringing your knee back, nice, under control, before we drive up again. Okay, you'll do 12 reps of those. Once you've completed 12 reps of those, we're then gonna keep the focus on your legs, okay? We're then gonna go through into 12 in-out squats, okay? Now these are a leg burner, okay? What you're gonna do, come into a fairly narrow squat, okay? In the bottom of this squat. What you're gonna do then, simple as anything, you're just gonna jump your feet out and back in. Nice and wide in, okay? Out and in is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So, when you jump them out and back in, that equals 1 rep. Out and in, 2, so on and so on, okay? That makes 12 reps. You're gonna do 12 reps, sorry. Once you've done 12 reps, you will then go into some core work, okay? So legs will get a little bit of a rest, but our core is gonna get work now, okay? So we've got plank around the world. What that is, plank position, you're then gonna lift one arm, bring it back down. Lift the other arm, back down, back leg, one leg, back leg, the other leg, back around to the arm. That equates to 1 lap essentially of around the world. You're gonna do 12 of those again, okay team? Important ones with this, guys, what I don't wanna see, when we're in our plank position, and we're here, and we're doing our around the world, we lift one arm and we go like this, okay? And we're like this, okay? That takes the emphasis completely off the core. I want our hips stacked, okay? We're in a nice neutral line in a hollow position, okay? So ribs are sucked up. We're not rocking each movement, okay? So if you watch me, I'm in this good position. I'm lifting one arm, staying pretty stable, lifting one leg, lifting the other leg. That's 1. Back around to here. Okay. So done, so you can see me a bit better from there. I'm in this plank position, okay? Nice neutral position. One arm, other arm, one leg. That's 1. That's 2, okay? You will do 12 reps of those. Once you're in your 12 of those, you'll back round to your reverse lunge into a hip extension, okay? That is going to be a 10-minute AMRAP, guys, okay? So it's very fatiguing. After the strength section and then into that, your legs are going to be very fatigued after this. Core is going to be working hard, okay? So take short rests when you need. Have a drink. I'd rather you break them up, short rest, so 5-second quick breather, drink, shake off and go, rather than going to the point where you're ultra fatigued and the lactic acid built up so much that then you have to have a 30-second breather, okay? Break them up earlier than you need to, short rest, straight back in. Good work effort throughout those 10 minutes, okay? Press pause, set your time for 10 minutes, hit that one hard, enjoy that one. When we come back, we'll go through our technique section, so intensity is going to drop a little bit for you there. So work hard and we'll recover and we'll go again for the technique. Right, and team, moving on now to our technique section of the session, okay? So we're keeping the emphasis on that single leg work, that posterior chain, okay, hamstring and glute work, okay? So we're continuing with our single leg deadlift. Difference being today, we're gonna lock our arms out overhead, okay? So whilst that's teaching us, activating all these little muscles in our upper backs, okay, which is the muscles we really want activating when we're deadlifting, when we always tell you guys about squeezing that orange between your armpit, activating those shoulders, keeping all that under tension whilst we're lifting, okay? This is gonna help cross over to when we come back to the gym and we're back on the barbell doing our heavy deadlifts and so on, penne rows, all these things, okay? So, single leg RDL with our arms extended. We're gonna do 3 sets, 10 reps on each leg. Bit of a breather in between, okay? Nothing too high intensity this time for this exercise. Just all about quality and control of the movement, okay? So, what we're gonna do. In our deadlift stance, okay? From there, what we're gonna do, arms gonna be locked out overhead. Now, you can't see mine too much because obviously camera, okay? Arms are locked out overhead. From there, guys, I'm gonna soften my knees. I'm gonna take one leg, it's gonna start bent, okay? As I begin to hinge over, it's gonna go from bent to straight as I drive it up towards the ceiling, okay? Keep my arms locked out before driving up through that lead leg. The only thing that's standing me up is a big squeeze of my glute, okay? So from this way, in my deadlift stance, knees softened, arms extended. I'm gonna shoot my bum back towards the wall. As it goes back, this leg is going to be bent. As it comes around, it's going to create a C shape, hopefully, till it comes to the ceiling. And then I'm going to drive up, actively squeezing my glute, okay? One more from front ways. This position, soften my knees, arms extended, okay? From there, I'm driving my big toe into the floor, my little toe to create an arch, to create tension with the floor, okay? So I've got good balance. Then, I'm going to come, that bum comes towards the wall, creating that C shape with my leg. As I hinge over, I'm keeping my arms locked out to this position here before driving up with a big squeeze of my glute on working, okay? We'll do 10 reps, okay, on each leg. Once you completed 10 reps on each leg, we'll have a bit of rest and then we'll go on from there. Just a quick one on that one, guys, as well. Those who really struggle with a single leg work, I'm happy for you to do exactly the same, just in a split stance. So, if you struggle on the one leg, come into this split position. So, deadlift stance, one leg forward, come onto the ball of the other leg, okay? From there, we're going to soften our knees. Arms can still go above our head, and all we're going to do there, team, is hinge at the hips exactly the same, keeping that back flat, arms extended, shooting that bum back towards the wall. Okay, when we feel like our hamstrings loaded under tension, we're going to drive up through the glutes of the lead leg, okay? So exactly the same, coming down, driving up, okay? And one more. Okay, if you really struggle on one leg, happy for you to do those instead, okay? Same principle, it just helps us gain the movement, get the movement pattern before we start going on to one leg, okay? Press pause, 3 sets, 10 on each leg. Save some energy because we've got a finisher coming up after this one. Right, right team, moving on now, we're into our last bit of exercise for the session. Intensity is going to be high. This is most definitely going to finish your legs off, okay? It's a tough finisher. Set the timer. You can either give yourself a 10-minute time cap if you want, or if you've got enough time, just go until you get it done. It's about grit and determination, this one, okay? So it's going to be hard work, but good quality work that's worth pushing yourselves for, okay? So what we've got is an ascending and descending ladder, okay? So the descending ladder, we're going to do 10 reps down to 1 rep, okay? And that's going to be with an explosive star jump. We're then going to superset that essentially with a 1 to 10 rep scheme, which is our ascending ladder of a gorilla burpee, okay? So what we will do is 10 explosive star jumps. Now, explosive star jump, not like our normal star jump, okay? We're going to squat down to touch our toes and then jump into our star jump, back into our squat, okay? And you will do 10 reps of these, okay? What I'm not doing, guys, is just doing this, bending my back and then doing a star jump, okay? What I'm doing, squatting down, hands on my feet before I jump up and explode out, okay? I will do 10 reps of those. When I've completed 10 reps of those, I will go into 1 rep of a gorilla burpee, okay? That is a burpee, chest to the floor, jump up into a jump lunge, okay? That's one. Once I've done one of those, I will go into 9 explosive star jumps. Okay, once I've done 9, I'll then go into 2 of my gorilla burpees. So back down, jump up, split lunge, that's 1, back down, jump up, and that's 2, okay? So again, it will carry on, 9 and 2, 8 and 3, 7 and 4, so on and so on and so on, until you're doing 1 explosive star jump, 10 gorilla burpees. Okay team, that's gonna be very gassy, very fatiguing on the legs. Again, short, sharp rest, quickly, 5-second break, drink, go again, all right? If we struggle with a burpee, what I want us to do, athletic burpee, absolutely fine, okay? We're dropping down to our hands, keep the legs out, back up and go again, okay? Again, if we need to, guys, with a burpee, if we really struggle, get your raised surface. Hands on the raised surface, legs are out, jump them out, jump them in, jump up, go into your lunge, okay? Anyone can lunge like this, guys. You don't have to do the jump lunge, okay? If you need to, after your burpee, just come, step back lunge, drive up, okay? 10 down to 1, 1 up to 10, fast as you can with those ones for time. We're going to try and get the heart rate flying, get a sweat on, get the lungs working, as well as finishing off those legs after a tough leg session. Press pause, get stuck into it. Let us know how you get on, take your sweaty selfie, and enjoy it. See you on the next one. Oosh.